there's your, so here's the upstairs bathtub. So it comes down, here's your P-trap. You always have to have a P-trap on a bathtub, otherwise it'll stink. The whole purpose of a P-trap is to keep water at this level right here. Okay? As long as the water doesn't get out of this level, then the sewer gas doesn't come in. But if this evaporates, all your sewer gas will come in here and go up into your bathtub. So a lot of times what you'll end up with, I have a bathtub at my house that I don't use. It's in my other bathroom. I use the toilet and the sink, but I don't use the bathtub. So I have to pour a cup of water down there about every month. If not, my bathroom starts stinking, and as soon as I smell that smell, I know what it is. I grab a cup of water, and what it is this pipe will start evaporating, and all the water will evaporate out of it. That's why on HUD homes, they'll put the plastic over the toilets and put the plastic over the sinks and tell you not to use it. It's because they're trying to keep that evaporation and that sewer gas from getting into the house. Then everybody thinks that there's a problem with it. So underneath your sinks, toilets, or not the toilets, underneath your sink, underneath your bathtubs, all of them have P-traps. Your toilet doesn't, because your toilet has its own P-trap. Let's go look at it real quick. This is why the toilet level stays at this level, is because of this. So the water comes up to this point right here. As soon as it gets up to this point, it causes a sucking motion. So which the water comes up to this point, goes shoo, and that's why all the water in your toilet will suck out very quickly, because it gets above this point right here. So this is why your toilet, if you buy your toilet, it'll tell you how much water holes in your toilet, and that all depends on this little P-trap here in the toilet. So that's why when you're having problems trying to get all your water out, is because of this right here. And underneath the sink, another P-trap. Yeah, gotta love my foam job. So water comes up past here. If all this gets evaporated, all the sewer gas will start coming up through your drains, and you'll start smelling stuff, and your tenants will start complaining. The water causes a vapor barrier. It causes a air barrier. So the water sits here and keeps the air from the sewer coming into your house. So otherwise, you would be smelling everybody's sewer all the way down the street, and everything else that goes down the sewer. All those sewer gas would come through here. Now the other thing is, same thing, it gets sucked out, right? If you look on the top of your house, those pipes that go out the top of your roof, so same thing with this. This pipe goes in here, and then there's a pipe that runs all the way up through the attic into the air. And what that pipe does is keeps that drain from getting sucked out. Because what will happen is that suction will start going, and all of a sudden, it'll empty out your P-trap every single time. So if you get over here and you start, after you get done running your faucet, you turn it off, you hear, and then it starts smelling like sewer gas. The problem is they didn't vent it. So you have to get those vents going. Sometimes you'll see vents that go inside and they have these special little cap on it, and that's to keep the sewer gas from getting inside your house, but still let the P-trap not get sucked out. If your toilet didn't have a lock on it, if it didn't have that suction on it, you'd never get your doo-doo down the toilet. That sucks all the doo-doo down and makes it go down. But if you didn't have a vent that would go out, it would suck it all out and continue to suck it out, and when you got done, you'd end up with that much water in the bottom of your toilet. Then all that sewer gas would come through and you start smelling again. So, tell you guys, that's the biggest thing I've had. I actually had somebody, so back when I was a contractor, I used to work in multi-million-dollar homes. I did historical rehabs for since 2001. I did some of the most beautiful homes in Heritage Hills and Mesta Park. At one point in time, I had, at the parade of homes, there was like 22 houses, 8 of them were my projects. Like, maybe I didn't do the full remodel on it, but I fixed them up for the parade of homes, or I did work on those parade of homes. It was really a proud moment when I looked through there and I was like, cool, that's pretty fantastic. So anyway, so we had the parade of homes, and that was really cool. But anyway, I had this customer, 2 young couple, and had this basement, and we just couldn't get the smell out. And I'm like, guys, we're doing this, and I'd fix it, go mess with it, smell will go away, and come back. And I'm like, guys, are you running the sink? Oh, of course we're using the bathroom. I finally was like, are you guys washing your hands? Of course, the husband tells the wife, and the wife tells the husband. The wife tells the husband, I was like, oh yeah, we use the bathroom, blah, blah, blah. Neither one of them washed their hands. Neither one of them washed their hands. So it was the downstairs basement bathroom. So I guess they used the bathroom on a regular basis, but neither one of them washed their hands where they were home. And so their sink kept emptying out. All the water kept emptying out of the sink. The bathroom sink upstairs where they brush their teeth had never had a problem. The other ones didn't have a problem. But we went back thousands of dollars back and forth and back and forth and back and forth trying to figure out this problem. And I did this and did that and did this. And finally I would tell them, I was like, hey, go put this solution. I got this solution. I was like, pour it down the drain every 30 days. And then finally we came to find out was they just weren't washing their hands. They didn't use the sink. As soon as they did that, they fixed the problem. But they also never called me back as a contractor. I don't know what their problem was. So anyway, like I said, I had this problem at my house. My tub's the same way. If I don't pour a cup of water down it at least once a month, then I'll start having sewer gases. As soon as I walk in, I'll smell that smell. I'm like, cup of water takes care of the problem. Another 30 days later, I can fix the, I'll have to do it again. So it's just not a big deal, but just make sure that you are installing your sinks and your toilets, or sinks and your tubs, not your toilets. Toilets come with their own P-trap. If you put a P-trap on a toilet, all the doo-doo wouldn't be able to go down that P-trap and then down the second P-trap and all that. So they have to make sure that when that goes down that angle, it wants to go directly into the sewer line. And that's a 3 to 4 inch line that goes into. So, and whereas your sinks only have a 2 inch. So your center islands, one other trick on that is if you are doing a center island, sometimes you can't get a P-trap on a center island. And so what they'll do is they'll run a 2 or 3 inch. And usually that big pipe with a small pipe hooked to it isn't enough to cause that suction. So, but if you did like a 2 inch to another 2 inch, it would drain your sink all the time, then you'd smell sewer gases in your house.